watching Cybernet with me, Lucy Longhurst. Coming up, we gatecrash a party, travel back in time, meet the world's most famous agents, and check out the latest high-tech toys. It's really too much. It's Cybernet. To open up this week's great show, we take a look at Mario Party 2 on the N64. Yep, just when you thought the petite plumber couldn't possibly appear in any more N64 titles, out he pops with this sequel. The story, as if it needs one, centres around an argument over whose name will be used for a magical new world. Will it become the rather dull Mario Land, or could Mr. Kong swing it and create the worryingly named Donkey Land? Well, get some mates round, choose your characters and battle it out. The idea of the game is simple. Roll a dice, travel around a board collecting coins, and then exchange the coins you've gathered for stars. Collect enough stars and you've won. However, at the end of every go, you'll get to play a vast range of sub-games where you can win extra coins. Aimed at children, these games are colourful, bright, and above all, easy. From banging your opponents off a tower to pumping up Bowser in order to make him explode, there are loads of crazy party events to entertain you. With 60 games to try, Mario Party 2 will keep kids amused for weeks. However, if you can remember Mario's first game, you're probably too old to enjoy this very basic title. Oh dear, looks like it's Donkey Land after all. It's cheat time again, and here's one for all you boy racers out there. This is Sega Rally 2 on the Dreamcast. Great game, but perhaps you'd like a few more cars to pep things up a bit. No problem. On the title screen, press up, up, down, A, right shoulder button, B, and down. Now you'll have access to all the cars, including a couple of bonus ones, like this tasteful turquoise roadster. Not enough for you? How about this? At the title screen, press down, down, up, B, left shoulder button, A, and B. This will unlock all gears in the 10-year mode. So now you can choose any car and any year. There really should be no stopping you. "65 million years ago, the world was a very different place. Huge creatures stalked the Earth, and now, with a new CD-ROM, you can join them in Walking with Dinosaurs." Based on the highly acclaimed BBC TV series, this disc is mighty impressive stuff.
Over the past 400,000 million years, the solid ground has been involved in a ballet of global proportions.
And this is its story from the Triassic period to the Cretaceous.
95% of all life on Earth has just been wiped out by the Permian mass extinction. It is an event which dwarfs the catastrophe, which will end the reign of the dinosaurs almost 200 million years later.
Apart from exploring the authentic surroundings, you can gather information on anything you see by clicking on it.
In Colorado in 1887, M.P. Felch discovered the first Stegosaurus fossil.
Budding archaeologists can also play games like Hunt the Fossil.
No, try again.
And reconstruct dinosaur skeletons from their finds.
Excellent. You know what you're doing, don't you?
But if you want to get a closer look at the beasts, there are character profiles for each one.
Allosaurus is built for power, not speed. It may rely upon ambushing its prey, leaping upon the creature's back, and holding on with its heavily muscled rear legs.
Walking with Dinosaurs is one of the classiest CD-ROMs ever. The TV show cost £6 million to make, and so it should be. No aspect of dinosaur life is left uncovered. It provides a stunning insight into a fascinating and dangerous world that's long gone by. There are some things in life you simply have to do. Fall in love, travel, write a book, and race a Ferrari around some of the world's fastest circuits. With F355 Challenge on the Dreamcast, you can achieve one of those dreams right now. Make no mistake, this is a seriously tough driving simulation that puts you in control of one of the world's most exotic cars. The game only uses one viewpoint, first person, but you do get to experience some awesome handling. Brilliant physics it may have, but it also has its faults. There's an annoying tendency for the car to understeer. This makes it hard to gauge your speed entering corners, often leaving you driving too slow or ending up drifting onto the grass. Ridiculously, if you touch a trackside object, you lose all speed, which is infuriating. You don't have to qualify for races either, so you always start from the back of the grid, as if the game wasn't hard enough. And the music, which you can't turn off, is awful. F355 Challenge does exactly what it says on the box. Challenge your driving skills to the max. But sadly, because of some basic flaws in the gameplay, it's far from being a racing classic. Ah, the ancient sport of pugilism, gentlemen boxers braving opponents and letting the best man win. Not. This is Knockout Kings 2001 on the PlayStation, and it means boxing business. From worldwide arenas, you can fight against such legends as Joe Frazier, Rocky Marciano, and Muhammad Ali. But if you want a tougher match, why not try a female fighter and utilize the dynamic punch control? With this, you can create and throw limitless combinations.
That was a good shot up top.
Knockout Kings 2001 is a more realistic simulation than many other boxing games around, and therefore it'll appeal to connoisseurs of the sport, rather than button-bashing gaming nuts. However, everyone will love the chance to recreate some of the greatest fights in history with the classic match feature. With its mixture of realism and pure fantasy, we think Knockout Kings 2001 packs a real punch.
It could be lights out.
Chart time again now as we count down the top 10 best bull characters ever. At 10, and obviously not finding any strength in his hair, it's Stone Cold from WWF Royal Rumble. In 9th spot, it's Vulcan Raven from Metal Gear Solid. Not that we'd tell him he's a slaphead. At 8, a battle of the hairdos in Street Fighter X2+, but Sagat wins no problem. Believe it or not, this is Bruce Willis, brave but definitely balding. He takes Apocalypse to 7th. Here's Tommy from Rugrats Treasure Hunt, but there's still hope that his hair will grow. He's at 6. At 5, and having difficulty coming to terms with his exposed scalp, is this chap from Expendable. Blink and you'll miss him, but we promise he's there. Zidane from ISS Pro Evolution is at 4. And at number 3, presenting Earthworm Jim, as bald as creation made him. And at 2, the hairless Team Buddies, but that's okay, they don't have arms, legs, ears or noses either. And finally, it's off to the basketball court. There's a plethora of baldies here. NBA 2K is our shining number 1. What do you get when you cross a Pokemon with a virtual pet? The answer is Monster Rancher on the PlayStation. So welcome to their wonderfully weird world in a game that'll tackle your parenting skills as well as your battle savvy. Monster Rancher allows you to place any music CD into your PlayStation to generate a unique creature based on the CD's data. There are literally hundreds to discover lurking in your album collection, and there's a strong urge to uncover them all. We even came across a couple at our local disco. Energetic fellows, aren't they? Once you've found one you like, it's off to your ranch to raise it. You have to determine its diet, how often it sleeps, and how strict you are with it. Most importantly, though, you have to train it up and improve its statistics, because after caring and tending to your new friend, the time will come to send it into battle. Entering the many tournaments against other monster ranchers will earn you money, fame and respect. With continued success, you'll also receive permission to raise even more powerful monsters. Monster Rancher is great fun. The battles are fairly strategic, but the real entertainment comes from raising your unique monster. Each one has its own personality and will respond differently on the battlefield depending on how you treat it. This means the tournaments are even more involving and make success even sweeter. Oh, I'm so proud. We could talk for hours about the many subtleties of Monster Rancher, so it's nice to turn our attention to a game that's a little simpler. In Gigawing on the Dreamcast, you have to shoot everything, and that's it. It may remind you of the kind of arcade game you would have played 10 years ago, but then Gigawing doesn't pretend to be anything else. It's a good old-fashioned shoot-'em-up with lots of explosions. Lots and lots of explosions. The advantage of this ancient genre appearing on a state-of-the-art console is that you can have hundreds of ships and bullets on screen at the same time. This makes your manoeuvring and timing with the shield even more critical. Gigawing is a pleasant reminder of how fun these simple titles used to be. You'll get bored after half an hour, but for a few frantic moments, you'll be enthralled. Get your pens ready, it's competition time. This week's mammoth prize is a PlayStation, a signed pair of Prince Nassim's boxing gloves, and a limited edition leopard skin box set of his knockout game, Prince Nassim Boxing. Are we good to you or what? All you have to do to win is to call our number and answer this question. What was the name of Steven Spielberg's smash hit dinosaur film? Was it A, Hyde Park, B, Jurassic Park, or C, Central Park? If you think you know, call 09009 113333. Please dial carefully and don't forget to ask permission from the person who pays the telephone bill first. We'll put up the question and number again at the end of today's show, so get dialing and good luck! Coming up, we play with more magnificent monsters, check out some robots you can make at home, and get close and personal to a very secret agent.